Hey, Caleb.
Hey,
Hey, what was it like when you rode past the ballpark on your return here? What kind of emotions were you feeling?
yeah, it was a mix of sad, happy, odd, uh, a lot of different emotions. It was unexpected. I didn't expect that. I had incredible moments here, had incredible memories here. The fans, the people, everything about this city. Being here for over a decade. When I left, I knew it, I missed it. I knew it was home. Um, But when I drove here for the first time after not coming back last year, I didn't expect to be overwhelmed with the type of emotions that I had. It was good, very good.
Next, we'll go to Brett Hollander.
Hey, Caleb, how are you?
Hey, Brett.
Uh, Actually, first I want to start with a scouting report on Pearson tonight.
Oh, I can't do that. Sorry. No, just kidding. This is a really talented kid. He's, as you guys have seen, it's power, power, power. But there's a lot of feel in his game, and I think from seeing him pitch over the last few months, going all the way back to spring training 1.0, it's been really cool to watch him continue to develop, and it's been unique to see him really master those off-speed pitches for a power guy that can get up to the triple digits into the 100s. Normally you see that power, you don't see as much control, and he's got it. And so he's going to be a really, really fun player to watch for the Jays, and we're really excited to have him on our side.
John Mioli.
How's it going, Caleb?
Hey, John.
Sticking with the scouting reports, I guess, you get to sit in the advanced meetings and prepare for the Orioles hitters. You saw a lot of good out of Chris Davis over your time here. What do you see now?
To be fully honest with you, I haven't seen a lot. Just been busy watching our guys, trying to help our guys. One thing I noticed just looking at the stats, it looks like he's cut his strikeouts down. So that's always a good thing. Anytime you can keep putting the ball in play, that's really good. But to be honest with you, John, I really have not even seen one swing of his in probably 2 years. So nothing personal. I would be lying if I tried to give you something, but I do know he's not striking out as much, so that can't be bad, right?
That's right.
Next, we'll go to Rich Dubroff.
Hello, Caleb. Uh, what was it like for you watching sort of the team that you were on being, dismantled? And when you come back now, 2 years later, is it sort of unrecognizable to you?
Well, when we tried to get this club going back in 2014, we were looking at all the acquisitions that. Okay, that was for you, Rich. All right, okay. Yeah, it is. It is a bit unrecognizable. I mean, there are some pieces there that but yeah, the bones and the structure of the stadium, even the people that work inside the clubhouse, the media, it's like the bones are still there, but the blood is different. And yeah, you have Cobb and you have Davis, but it really is an odd sight looking at the game from that side, from the third base side of the field. That was really odd. Never had done that before. And was so used to seeing it from that first base side. It has been pretty weird, but we've got an unbelievable club over here. Our record does not show it. We are incredibly talented. I am so proud of the way that these guys are continuing to fight through adversity, and being able to watch them grow every day, and just the young, pure talent on this team is pretty scary, and it's going to be fun.
Dan Connolly will be next.
Hey, Caleb.
Hey, Dan.
I think it's fair to say that weirdness has been omnipresent in your career from the very beginning all the way up until now. You were part of that 2015 team that dealt with the no fans game, and now you're going through it on an everyday basis. How strange is this? How does that compare to 2015 now that you've done it a while here, and just any other parts of weirdness that have kind of come through you in the last month or so?
Sure. It is. it's even more odd than that one game because there was still so much form of normalcy around that game. The people, the radio, the TV, everything about it was pretty much the same. There just was no fans, and there wasn't these really stringent protocols. Now it is, I mean, as everybody knows, it is so locked down that you're sort of hyper aware of everything that's going on, and that sometimes can take over your mindset more importantly than what's going on in the game, if that makes sense. Like, oh, did I just touch that door handle? Like, and you start thinking of things like that sometimes so much more than you would your execution of the game. But it has been really odd, and I think everybody league-wise has done a great job. Baseball players, we're kind of creatures of habit, and now that that's not our normal and that's not our habit, I'd say the last 10, 15 days have kind of become the new norm. And so you just kind of start moving and living into that type of lifestyle, as I'm sure all of y'all have, just with your different changes in life. I mean, look at us, we're finding ways to do this differently. So it's been unique and a challenge, but I'm just glad baseball is being played. I don't know about y'all, but it's sure is fun, even with no fans and with the different quirks. It's still fun being a part of baseball games, and I hope fans are enjoying it just as much as we are.
Shai Davidi.
Hey, Caleb, how's it going?
Hey, Shai, what's up?
We haven't had a chance to speak to you since rosters got set. I'm just wondering if you could just share with us what the day-to-day grind of Taxi Squad is like and the kind of things that you're doing to stay sharp in case you have to jump in and get into some action.
Sure, right. You're basically on the team, but you just don't play in the game. So you do everything normal as if you're on the team, but you don't suit up and you don't play in the games. You try your best to stay ready. It's almost impossible when you're not in there every other day or whatever, but you have to find ways to hit off some velocity machines. You have to find ways to get out there and catch your early batting practice pitchers and catch bullpens and do everything possible to stay ready just in case something happens. And baseball, as we've seen, just look at the injury reports every single night. There's notable names and pieces of puzzles that are going down, and so you have to be ready. And so that's pretty much the routine for everybody that's on a Taxi Squad. Fortunately, the Blue Jays are letting me travel around with the club the whole time. That's really big, so I feel really a part of the club, and I'm really happy here, really excited. I'm kind of in charge of the post-game celebration stuff. It's pretty cool. It's something we have kind of picked up. It's new. I've pulled some bits and pieces from other teammates and friends that I've had, so that's pretty fun. We because we're Canadian, we do 3 stars of the game, right? So it's like hockey, and we do 3 stars of the game, and so every time we win, we have me announcing who was the 3 stars, and we stand up and celebrate it.
Are you doing it in French too?
No, I'm working on my French, but hopefully we'll be able to, so we can rival the likes of Montreal and all those incredible hockey towns.
Awesome.
Couple more questions. We'll go to Steve Molesky next.
Hey, Caleb, how's it going?
Steve, good to see you.
You too. Hey, even when you're with the Orioles and as you've moved on to other teams, you worked so long and hard to finally get your big league shot, and then you ran with it when it came. Does that come up with players who you might counsel or might seek your advice, or maybe it doesn't happen for them in the time frame they wanted or hoped?
Sure. There are always those kids that you feel connected to or you are drawn to, and you want to encourage them. Hey, you may not be the top 100 prospect, but I believe in you. I really think you can make it. Let's talk about this. And even be able to, being 34 and technically the oldest guy on the team, it's pretty weird. I feel like it just started for me yesterday over across the way here in Baltimore, but you blink and you kind of become really, truly one of the older guys. And with the young talent on this team, it's been so fun to try and build and create a relationship with them where they trust you. And then hopefully you can just share 1 or 2 things that may help them along the way, because there's not really much you're going to be able to share with a Pearson or a Bo Bichette or a Kevin Beege or a Vladdy in terms of like hitting I got nothing for you, but maybe I can help you with one other thing or this or that. And then it turns out to be a fun relationship. So I've had a really good time being in that position, and it's been good so far.
Last question will go to Gregor Chisholm.
Hey, Caleb, as you kind of touched on there, you've been around this game for a while now. And so you've seen both sides of this debate. Just curious, I mean, the big topic in baseball today is Fernando Tatis swinging on 3-0 last night. Just kind of curious where you stand on some of baseball's unwritten rules.
Well, I'm probably more of a traditionalist at heart. But one thing my college coach told me a long time ago, I was in that same mindset. I said, I think some guy took off and stole in the ninth inning. We were losing by 7 or 8 runs in the ninth, and the guy stole second base and he ended up scoring. And I was hot. I was heated. I was so frustrated. That's not how you play the game. That's garbage. You're already winning, blah, blah, blah. And my coach came in and he said, why don't we divert some of that anger into not being in that position? And maybe instead of getting mad at them, maybe we should just focus all of our attention on us and why we got into that position. And immediately kind of clicked, and that has always stayed with me. I don't know. I'm going to choose Switzerland on this one. I see it from both sides. I'm taking the easy way out here. I mean, I would be frustrated if I was on the defensive side, but I'd be high-fiving the kid if I was on the offensive side. So I don't really know, man. I don't know. Just let the kids play, right? That's the old saying these days, right?
Yeah. No, fair enough, man. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Okay, it looks like we actually have one quick last question from Caitlin McGrath.
Hey, Caleb. I'm just wondering what you've made of the Blue Jays' 2 young catchers, Danny and Reese, and how you think they've come along, and whether or not you've actually been able to help them or just kind of be a sounding board for them.
Sure. I've been really impressed. I'm excited to work with them every day, and that's one of the positives of being in the clubhouse every single day is you get that one-on-one interaction and trying to figure out where you fit in because Schneider, he's amazing. They've got Nevin Ashley. He does a great job chiming in. And then I'm trying to figure out where do I fit in and not overwhelm these guys because they're a little bit younger, but they have tons of talent. So it's been really good to watch Danny continue to progress. He's really, really impressed me in terms of his receiving abilities. He's hitting the ball well, a lot better than his average shows. Reese has done the same. It's hard when you're not playing every day. But watching them kind of grow and just having the conversations that we're having is well worth just even being here. If it only means it doesn't mean playing, it means having to go and just take batting practice. But I get to have a 25-minute conversation before or after a game about a certain pitch or a hitter. That makes it all worth it to me. And they're soaking it up. They're doing it absolutely the right way. They're hard workers. They're fun to watch, and I'm really happy to be involved with those two. They're on the right track, and they're doing everything correctly. And so as they keep getting those experiences more and more and more, you'll see it just take off. And fortunately, I was able to have that with some guys here, and it really helped out. So I'm hoping that I'm able to be that for those guys.
Thank you.
You got it.